Hey everybody, welcome back to Questing Mayhem episode 7. And well, I just loaded up the world. I did a couple of things. Actually, I did a lot of things. Since last episode was kind of a bust, and every time I tried to do something it messed up, I'm hoping this episode's going to be a little better. We're going to start off with a little bit of show and tell. So, obviously, obviously I moved some things around. I'm not exactly sure what I had where last episode, because like, this mod pack's so huge, if I did every little thing, like, the quest line is so huge, if I did every little thing, it would be hours upon hours upon hours just crafting. I did go and finally make the upgraded lava generator. Now, I haven't really been using it all that much, but it's extremely powerful. I made a sleeping bag because I figured it's a lot easier. My spawn point's set, so I can just drop wherever. Now, how do I have this set up? Okay, so this guy can hold 1,000,000 RF. Alright, this guy can hold 400,000 RF. But he can only input and output 200 RF per side. So I put a medium capacitor on here, and I put one on each thing there. So now this can put out 1,024, and this can accept 400. So it's keeping that at max capacity. And I put a high voltage one here to here, because this guy can input and output 800 per tick, so that gives it 4,096. So however I set things up, plenty of power going where it needs to go. I made the metal press, so now instead of using 4 rubber, a plank, 4 stone, and 8 iron to make 1 iron gear, I could just pop in 4 iron, and it pops me out of gear. So, I did make that. That was my first delve into immersive engineering. At least, well, first actual machine for immersive engineering. And I made a sawmill so I can cut down the rubber wood, and it gave me a 50% chance output of getting raw rubber. So, it helped me pad my rubber supplies. And, well, it gave me jungle wood for whatever reason. Rubber trees give jungle wood. I'm running out of food. I'm gonna need a food solution. I did start in... Everything's loading really slow for some reason. But I did start in Thaumcraft, but I can't really do anything in Thaumcraft until I get further in Britannia and some other things. Like, it's gated. Like, if we go to the... It should probably be easier if I just go Thaum. And if we find the little looking glass thingy, that allows me to... This one here. I cannot make this. Like the actual recipe for Thaumcraft doesn't exist. So I have to do it this way. And I gotta get red diamonds, which is in Kepler 22b red diamond ore. Like, I don't know what that is, or where that is. So, yeah, that's gonna be a while till we can Thaumcraft it up, which means my little tree golem farm isn't gonna happen. Now, I did something I said I was not gonna do, and that was, I went and spent probably 2 hours working on these Messino seeds, and I finally got one to 10, 10, 10. So I set up a farm of a jungle drawer. That's kind of useless. Glass panes I'll use. Jungle drawer I probably won't use. I might use it for an upgrade or something. But that's all the loot bags I got thus far. But if we go over to the farm, if it loads in, so I set up all 10, 10, 10 Messino seeds, so it gives you a greater output, has greater strength, does this, that, and the other thing, but it's supposed to be significantly better. I don't really know. All I know is, I spent, 2 or 3 hours doing this, and I hope it was worth it in the long run, because at some point I am going to get into this mod a little heavier. But you know, just from that little bit of harvesting, I got 2 stacks. I guess that ain't so bad. I went and converted my pumpkins and watermelons over to the AgriCraft version. So when I want to harvest them, it's just a simple right click, and they only take up 1 space. I might do my wheat seeds to 10-10-10. That's a very strong possibility. And I might upgrade these at some point, but I don't really know. I mean, right now, I'm not saying that I have more than I could ever use, especially when I get deeper into the mod pack. But I mean, I've still got a pretty decent amount. As far as nether wart is concerned, I may just I might get rid of that soon, because I've probably got about 5 stacks of it now, and there are some uses for that as well, but not that many. Now, here's the big thing. I kind of worked in Botania quite a bit. Now, I decided that I wanted to do that chicken flour, the Soren Bloom or whatever it's called. I decided I want to go ahead and give that a shot. So I've been kind of like farming chickens. I have like, I don't know, 8 of those safari nets. So I used 2 and grab some chickens and threw them in here, and I've been breeding them off and on. I've been waiting to get, I don't know what I'm waiting for at this point, but I'm going to get the Soren flower, and I'm going to stick it right in the center, so it can, I want to build up more chickens, that's for sure. I'm going to link it to this and have it shoot into here, hopefully, and then it'll spread between these 3 manifolds, hopefully, is the plan. I don't know if it can enter from the top, so if it can't, I'm just going to have it beam right into this hole, and, you know, that's fine. So I think this will still even it out. So we'll see how it works. I don't really know. Actually, with that logic, if I put another pole here, it'll even all of it out between the 3, or between the 4, if I'm correct. I set this up. I didn't do the pressure plate thing. I tried to see how many of these here endo flames I could do that would keep up with sticks, and it seems like 9 of them, if I just leave it as is without a pressure plate, 9 of them do a pretty good job if I fill this full of sticks. But that's not a permanent setup. That was just something to get a little bit build up that I can work with. And I made the runic altar already. And that's pretty much all there is to this. Like I said before, I would love to show every little thing I do on camera, but it takes so much to do some of this junk. Okay, so here's another thing I did that took probably 3 hours to get everything together. Besides, while I was reading up on the RF Tools mod, and I was working on processing out a bunch of the ores and stuff that I had, and gathering up mana and working on the sticks for the Botania thing, I was working on making generators. So making this generator over here, the red one there, the magma one, took 8 of these, 8 regular blue ones. Wait, yeah, 8 regular blue ones and 16 of these. So I made 36 survival generators yesterday, which took a huge toll on my collective resources. Like, for instance, I have 2 stacks of cobblestone left, and that's because I pulled about 10 stacks out of that crate, which I started using lava a lot more often, so I'm going to have to start figuring out something for that. As well as, I'm down to 19 blocks of iron, but as long as I pretty much keep this running pretty much constantly, I can keep an iron. Like, this thing pretty much processes iron and aluminum, like, non-stop. So, that's you know, going pretty good. Let's grab this. It's almost full again. So I'm kind of using my lava production to just kind of ease up on the amount of coal I'm using. I'm not really using it for like full on yet, which I should. I really should, but I'm not. Like I said, there's just so much I can do in this mod pack that it's like it's just it's hard to get a foothold where I want to start. Now, one thing in particular I want to do, what I'm going to try to do this episode, is I want to do RF Tools Dimensions. And the reason I want to do this is because I want to try to do a dimension with quartz and redstone. So because my redstone supplies down to 14 blocks, and quartz, it takes, what, 6 quartz per brick, so it takes 48 bricks per, I don't know, it takes a lot of quartz just to make one mana spreader, so I kind of want to try to see if I can get into RF Tools Dimensions, which I never used that mod before, so it should be pretty interesting. And I need food. I definitely need food. I have some stuff in here. I guess I could take a stack of steak, but I mean, I'm getting down to like these are all the cows I slaughtered, so I'm starting to get down to. I don't have any automated food process. I've been turning most of my wheat directly into seeds to feed the chickens and keep in Britannia, and various other things I've been doing with seeds. And you know, it's kind of like I kind of got to think of something for food wise. One thing I want to check out is, let's see, at RF Toll. Oh, look at that. It's Certus Quartz. I was like, I went right to the quartz right off the bat, no freaking way. But yeah, it's Certus Quartz. So it is not in alphabetical order. So I kind of want to see the tick cost. So like here, block of emerald cost 25,000 RF a tick. 25,000. That's like pretty ridiculous. So material block of iron takes 6,000. So that's not all that bad. That's still pretty bad. Like I'm hoping quartz is going to be like 1,000, or if I do like the ore, it'd be like 300. Like it's kind of how I see it, but I don't really know. Now, granted, a lot of this stuff we're gonna have to go find because I don't know how much of this we can actually craft. But I want to get a look at the RF cost. Would it be easier if I just type in quartz? I can't do like the fancy JEI searches I usually do. Here we go. Certus Quartz ore. That's not it. Certus Quartz. Charge Certus Quartz. Nether Quartz ore. 6,000 RF a tick for the ore. Oh, that's kind of bogus. Block of quartz, 10,000 RF a tick. That's kind of expensive too. Is there a cheaper way? Dungeon. Is there a dungeon that has a lot of quartz blocks that I can have? Dungeon. Dungeon? Yeah. Structured dungeon dimlet, rarity 3. See, that could. See, an entire dungeon only costs 900 RF a tick. But if I want quartz ore, it's going to cost me a lot more. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start making the RF tools because we have to make a random dimension, and I kind of want to master this and at least get my random dimension up and running and starting to explore it before like this episode. So let's see if we can actually do that. So let's go RF tools. And I want to go, so it doesn't have it separated like RF tools dimensions. I have to like go like this way. Alright, that's no big deal. I'm probably going to need the book. Like I said, I never used this mod before, so it's very confusing to me. So, one thing I know I need is I need 2 matter transmitters, 1 matter receiver, right? I need a dialing device. Endergenic generator. What does you do? Generates power out of ender pearls. You need at least 2 generators for this to work. And the setup is relatively complicated. Timing is crucial. Complicated, huh? That doesn't sound like something I'm into. No, I think I can figure that out. It's probably just something I'm going to do later and off camera, for the simple fact of it's going to take me to figure it out. Dimension editor is probably something I'm going to need. Dimension builder, describer, dimlet scrambler, dimlet researcher. I want the dimlet researcher first. So it's going to take me to get the assembly table, which I've kind of seen this coming. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go make the assembly table, because we're going to need that sooner or later anyway. Actually, I ran into a lot of roadblocks when I was looking different things up. The assembly table seems to be something that is rather important. Oh boy. Can I throw diamonds and have them crushed into a gear? That looks like a big old negative. I can make a gold one. Oh, jeez. You're kidding, right? Okay, so I only need 1 of these, right? Oh man. Looks like this junk's just chiseled, so that's not a big deal. I can't put this in like. We're gonna try it. We're gonna see what happens. Because if I can get a gear that way, that's gonna save so much. Let's grab 5, because I'm not entirely sure. Wonder if I have to break this if it doesn't work. Oh, well, what do you have in there? Oh, it's a gear. Yeah, apparently it's not gonna. It doesn't like that. Okay, that was worth a try. Let's go and grab a ridiculous amount of steel and a ridiculous amount of diamonds, which luckily we're not doing horrible on diamonds thanks to the sieves, but it's not really, good either. I'm not in a position to just say, hey, I want to drop 4 blocks of diamonds on a project. I'm not in that position, but it's not unfeasible either. So it's all right. It's all right. Well, these take up 1 space at a time too. But that's really annoying. I guess they have to figure out a way to make it expensive. Otherwise, well, it wouldn't be very expensive. Now, I think it only takes 4 gold, but I'm not sure. Like, I was putting iron in here, messing around, and it's either 4 or 5. Looks like 4 is going. And that's just gonna save a ton of iron. It doesn't really save any gold, but it does save some wood and save some stone. So, I mean, not that that's a big deal, but it's nice to cut a little bit of cost when it comes to like how much everything's, running. So, obsidian tile, redstone alloy, which is I think 4 redstone and an iron in the alloy smelter, redstone and silicon. Okay, I can live with that. Let's just take out. We'll just do 18 of them. 2 blocks of redstone. I wonder what a redstone whirl would cost. That's probably going to be expensive too. Probably anything that's considered a resource and not a decorative block is probably going to be a rather expensive concept. Okay, so I need to get 6 obsidian and my handy dandy chisel, which doesn't seem to take durability damage, which is really kind of weird. Oh, and that stupid glitch with the hammers happened again. That's another reason I made this stupid press, because I threw half them away, but it gets kind of annoying if I'm making, 20 electrum plates and I get a hammer for every single one. It's a little bit tedious to keep having to take care of that. So let's see, we need obsidian tile. I'm not entirely sure which one that is. Black frequency. I needed that for something in particular too. Like, oh, you need. Is it tile? Obsidian tile. Wait, is that something else? Oh, that's something else. So I need six of those obsidian tiles, which cost 9 obsidian apiece. So, okay, that's much worse than having to chisel. I need 6 of them. That should be enough. No, it shouldn't. 6 times 9 is, but more than 64. Now, 6 9s are 56, isn't it? Yeah, I could have got away with a stack. Oh well, whatever. I'm a little off my game today, which really isn't much new at this point. Is there? Does this not have power? Like, did I flip the switch for the lava thingy? No, it's chock full of power. It's just taking a really long time. Best part about having to sleep is it gives me an opportunity to grab a drink. Alright. Drinking a watermelon. A drink from a crappy Kool-Aid-y flavored water packet thing for me, and a nice watermelon smoothie for my character. So that guy's chock full of power. That guy's chock full of power. We're going to turn that off, because this will like, I'm not exactly sure how it does it, but as soon as this goes down on RF, it triggers this to do it again, and I'm not interested in it wasting power. Now this guy isn't doing anything. This guy's always empty on power. He only does like 40 RF a tick. Yeah, this guy does 320. This guy does... It doesn't tell me how much he does. But he stores 800,000, so that's cool. Anyways, I think I stalled enough to get some of this alloy. How much did I need? 1 block? And of course, I'm 1 short. I'm sure I have like a couple. I'm sure I have a couple of these from loot crates and stuff, but I'm not sure. Like, I'm sure I do, but I'm not sure if I do. I kind of remember seeing it, but at the same time, I don't. So this goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, and assembly table. Now let's actually hop into our backpack here, and let's go into here because I got a couple of quests to claim. I didn't claim any of the quests that I did except for the generators, I think. I only got 1 quest that's unclaimed. That seems, and it's one of the stupid ones. Huh? That's weird. So I guess I'm not at the point of the metal press or I didn't, yeah, I claimed all the generator stuff, so I guess I didn't actually do anything, really. Shocker. I did do all of these, which some of these are kind of cool, but all these require power, so I think it's kind of weird. So I'm probably not going to mess with it too much, but Buildcraft's kind of cool. I don't know. Well, I'll sort that out later, how far I want to get into that. And I don't think I did anything in here at all. No. What I did in Agricraft was get those seeds to 10. So yeah, I guess I didn't actually do anything. I got all those pipes out of the way. I did the seeds. I made that generator, which cost... Oh, wait, I didn't... Yay, something to claim. Wait, did I claim this? I already did claim it, I guess. Then I got this generator, and I did the alloy smelter. I don't know if I did that on camera or not, but, you know, we're trucking right along. It just, I didn't get a lot done because it takes so much. It takes so much. But let's find a place for our assembly table, and I'm thinking he's going to go back here. And I'm not sure how this works, but he does take power. I'm assuming that middle bar is a power bar. So let's grab him a thingy. I think that's an LV connector, because I only have it connected to the furnace, or the sawmill, so it's probably an LV connector. And we'll put this here. And that looks a little funky, but it should work. Does this not take power? Am I being a fool? I guess we'll find out. If it doesn't take power, then that's great. I can move it to somewhere better. If it does take power, then, you know, it's already set up. So, goody goody. Let's see. Back to RF tools. Actually, now that I know for sure we need the assembly table, we might not get the dimension up and running. Like, that could be a very possible thing that we are not going to be able to do. So, in the assembly table, it does take RF, so I need a redstone comparator and a piece of redstone. Okay, so let's get that. Redstone comparator, which I should have some of those already. I have one left. Ooh. Man, I have cut things close. So, comparator. And it gave us... Oh, it wants me to choose. Okay. Okay. I need the flashy one. Redstone comp chipset. If you hit Control O, it'll take off your... Okay, so how do I make it actually... It's not getting RF. That's unfortunate. I kind of had a feeling that I might have some sort of problems with that at some point, but I didn't really know. I didn't know when it was going to be a thing. But that's alright, because this should, well, in theory, work just fine. Maybe not. Why is this not working? Like, this is, that's now an output, and it's on the top, and this should be getting power. Because this takes special, it says RF. Yep, I can't see this being a successful episode. What do I do? Assembly table. Buildcraft silicon. So does this take a particular power source? Does it need to be powered from a particular side? Can it not be powered from the bottom? Well, then I gotta switch this to an output. Well, that doesn't seem to be the problem either. I may be getting into the quest of making Ender IO cables, maybe. This is like supposed to be a multi-block structure, and is there something I'm missing? Like, I feel like there would be more to this, but at the same time, you think it would say there was more to it. Alright. Get that? Alright, now. Alright, let's, what to do, what to do. What else do I have that could maybe power this? I have this one here, but doesn't have any open sides. Oh, come on. We can do this. There we go. Okay, so what does this cost? 2 iron gears, some chiseled stone, a furnace, a Stirling engine, which takes more iron gears, stone gears. Alright, so it looks like... Let's try this out, because I was going to make one of these anyway. I need, looks like 3 iron gears total. So let's grab... Let's just do this. And let's just... How much more iron do I have here? We'll do that. Okay. Iron... I have iron gears already. I needed 3 of them, right? Cool. And I have a bunch of these I don't know what I'm going to do with. Can I melt them down? I better not. I better just save them. Because I'll turn out they'll end up needing them later. Iron gears, iron rods. My mouse is freaking out. Wood slabs. Chiseled stone. I need a chest and some cobble. Some more cobble. And glass. So, cobble, glass, chest, and sleep before I get blown up by a creeper. Now, I don't think the Stirling engine is a quest either, so this is probably another pretty much a waste, but, you know. I should make those gears first, huh? Alright, I have the gears. Why do I keep doing that? Yeah, I have all the gears. I need the stone gears. So I need... Okay. That should do it. Let's see here. What did I... Should just grab full stacks and just get it over with. Okay. Now let's make this guy. So it's the piston, which is this, this, and cobble. I have this memorized. I made over 60 of these guys, like, just a little bit ago. So I'm going to need 2 of these, this piece of glass, cobblestone. Yay! Then this got to be like this. Need a furnace first. Okay, now I should be able to do this, and then this, and then this, and this. Yay! Plan is coming together. Now we're just gonna, this guy's gonna be all on his own, because we're just gonna see if this works. So we'll throw him over here for now. And let's grab us some coal, and we'll get him fired up. And we can plop that down. And it's still not getting energy. Like, I don't know what to make of this. Like, how do I charge you? So I think if I don't want to waste my time with those. Let's see. Let's try Ender IO. Looking for flux cables, energy conduit. That looks promising. Conductive iron, which should be iron and redstone. That should be what this is. Yeah. Okay, so let's get some of that cooking. Redstone, iron, and conduit binding should be something fairly simple. Binder composite. Oh, just grout. That's kind of cool. Now, if only I would have kept some of that instead of using it all to make a furnace the size of my, well, pretty much my entire base that I could basically live inside of. But hey, that's cool. We can make this work. Let's see. So I need clay. So let's just do, I think we'll do a stack. Do a stack of clay, stack of sand, and a stack of gravel. And we'll just cook all that down into composite, because we're going to need it when I get more into Ender IO anyway. 2 stacks of composite. Look at that. That's the sawmill. I switched sides whenever I was rearranging things, so I'm a little bit wonky. Come on, hurry up. I need like some sort of speed upgrade for this. Like, that is definitely a thing I'm gonna need to do. I don't know if they're in this mod pack, but it is definitely necessary. I only need 3 of those anyway. And no, what are you doing? Stop that. Whoops. So how did I do that again? Do I have to craft these first? Okay. Okay, we're cool. Hey, good thing I checked that. Like, seriously. Oh, man. And that gives 4 per cook? Oh, man. I'm gonna have a lot of those. That's fine. You know what, like I said, I'll probably end up changing everything over to Ender IO, pretty quickly. So, might as well get it out of the way. Okay, let's see here. Let's do this, like... I just feel like if it was going to get powered, it was going to be powered from the bottom. For some reason, this does not want to connect at all. Let's see. Do I have a wrench? Yeah, it's the Yeta wrench for this mod pack, right? That looks accurate. Electrical steel, which is steel and silicone? Yeah. And how many did I need? 3 of those and a basic gear? Not a stone gear, a basic gear. So I need a wooden gear. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So let's do do 8 of those. We'll grab 8 of these. And we'll get this cooking up while I make a basic gear, because a wooden gear or a stone gear is not good enough. So silicone and... oh, I already had steel. You're kidding, right? Like, that's a joke. Electrical steel is steel and silicone. It needs to be an induction smelter? Oh, it takes coal powder. Okay, that's cool. It's not gonna let me... why can't I put this in there? Because it's railcraft and not... oh, that's so annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's still going to be railcraft if I do it that way. What if I make a block of it and then change it into a different type? Well, do it that way, because I had a heck of a time getting... yeah, that's not working either. I had a heck of a time getting immersive engineering. Electrum. Like, it was a pretty big deal. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then let's grab some coal, and I might have some coal already processed. I have 10. I need 8 of them, right? So, man, I am off my game today. You know what? I apologize once again for 2 crappy episodes in a row. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Like, I blame... what mod is this? BC Silicon. It's BC Silicon's fault. And I know I am almost 100% sure making this wrench is not going to make a difference. But we're gonna... might as well do it, because it's one more thing we're gonna need eventually. So might as well just go ahead. Long story short, though, if like this gets complicated and we get to like the hour-and-a-half mark, I can guarantee I'll have it figured out by next episode, irregardless. So I might look like a fool now, but by next episode, we'll have our own dimension. I shouldn't say that. It might take me like another 2 or 3 years. Take me as long as it took me to craft all those stupid furnaces. Okay, this guy seems to be trucking right along. Do that. Do I have any coal in my inventory? That's a big old negative. Do we have the steel? Is it done? It is. And it looks like Tinker Steel, so we are in business. This is a joke, right? This is a stupid joke. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's fine. So if you do it like this and you're adding the coal, it makes it steel. And if you add the silicone, now it does electrical steel. And it makes sense. So there we go. Now I have the basic gear. I need those 3 electrical steel, and I can make the Yeta wrench. And then we can see if I can connect that cable to that thingy, which I'm already going to tell you it's not going to work, because it shouldn't be that complicated. But we'll see. I've been wrong before. That takes so long. Conduit bindings. Oh, that's beautiful. We'll put these away. We're probably going to end up giving those a drawer too. I really didn't think I was going to make that many, but hey, you know what? That works for me. Yeah, there's still 26 to go. That's gonna be a crazy amount. But you know, I'm probably gonna change all these cables over because I'm pretty sure this can transfer a significantly more amount of power. Yeah, this can input and output 640. So that's like these here, the low voltage ones can do 256. So I mean, 640 to each thing is like pretty good. I might keep like high voltage to like some things, but I mean this can only accept 800 at a time. So if I switch that over, as long as I'm not using 800 output, we'll see. I might have to make the stronger cables for over this side, but we'll play it out, see how it plays out. No point in overthinking it. I can't even get a cable to connect, so. Give it back. I don't understand. There's got to be a way to do this. Like I don't know why it's so complicated. It accepts RF, and it doesn't take Ender IO cables. It doesn't take immersive engineering cables. Buildcraft cables are these cables, but I really don't want to use those. Okay, let's see. Buildcraft. I want to make. I think I can just do it with kinesis is what I'm looking for. Stone kinesis pipes. So I just do basic pipe, medium drag, won't connect to cobblestone or quartz. Okay, here. Transfers 160 RF a tick, and all I need is a piece of redstone. So let's do that. This is the last ditch effort. If this works, I'll buy my. I'll see about making. I used to cast metals, so I'll see about casting a giant gong or a bell for my grandmother, so she can run around banging that all day. That doesn't look promising. I could try to wrench it, but it's probably not going to work. That's not getting power. This has power, correct? Yeah, that's chock full of power. Why is that not working then? Okay, let's try something else. This is from the same mod, so, or pretty much the same mod. Well, it connects to that, so that's something. I'm betting that this is a multi-block. I'm betting that there's something I'm missing to this, that either like it goes on something or something. Like I'm willing to bet because there's something not right about how it's hooking up to things. And if I do that, this will maintain its power. So I'm not wasting power, which is fantastic. Now where am I going to stick this guy? Because I pretty much have this all maxed out here. I think we can do this here. And our little friend over here does 40 RF a tick. So if we hook this guy up to there, he's going to do, I don't know, how much does he do a tick? 20 RF a tick. So I'll just leave those two run. I get extra coal, I'll fill it up. It's whatever. Not a big deal. More power is more power, right? Yep. There's the beast. There's the beast now. Wait a second. This is on? This is off. No, it's got to be on because it's still getting lava. And if it's still getting lava, it's not enough to power this? What's draining all the power? So I'm running all three of those. The furnace and the sawmill, and the smelter, I mean, was running. So now that those are done, theoretically, that should fill back up fairly quickly. Because usually this is enough to power pretty much everything I'm running. 320 powers all three of these without even thinking about it. These are like, I think these use, couple RF a tick? Like 20 maybe? 40, 20 or 40? Yeah, now it's starting to fill up. We're going to turn that off and let that do its thing. We're going to grab some coal. And some more coal. And whatever other coal we can find. And we're going to throw it in this center generator here. So it can fill up some extra power. That's kind of just how I've been doing things. Try to minimize waste as much as I can anyway. I think we're going to put a bunch of junk away. And I think we're going to try to figure out what's going on with that off camera. Because I'm pretty confused. Like, I'm really kind of confused on what exactly could be the problem there. It doesn't seem to want to connect to anything, so I'm pretty sure, like, it probably... Like, it has to be a multi-block. Like, that has to be what it is. Like, that has to be the problem. Because, like, I don't have a book for Buildcraft. I don't know if there is one. You know, let's clear out some of my inventory before we go checking around for books and stuff. I did have 2 of those. Okay, that looks adequate. And let's see if I actually have a book for Buildcraft. It's a possibility. Most of the books I get, I kind of throw in here automatically. So then I have them all in one area. And it looks like that's a big old no. I ended up making a second Thaumonomicon too, which, I don't know, I may have threw it away, but I don't remember. It might be upstairs. I was trying to make the table, and I was like, why isn't this working? Then I read the Thaumonomicon I needed, or I had, and it said, oh, you know, place a bookshelf and hit it with a wand, and it makes a Thaumonomicon, and without thinking, I did it, and I was like, oh, I already have that. I'm an idiot, so... Like, moving on. You can see I changed the storage up a little bit here, because, like, these drawers only hold 16, and, like, I have 44 stacks of Skystone. I have 18 more stacks of compressed gravel, which I used, I think, 16 aluminite ingots with this shovel here. right here. And that's all the durability I have left, with this being pretty much full durability, and then 16 ingots to repair it over at that place I marked for gravel. And I just kept compressing it all. That's an idea. That is an idea. I'm thinking that I'm going to see about making a compressor real quick and see what that's going to cost to do. I think there is a thermal expansions compressor, and I think it'll automatically compress cobblestone and automatically compress it should automatically compress cobblestone and I got this. My brain's got this. It's working through it. Ingots into bars. Compress. Compactor. Compact. I'm striking out today. Thermal. Item allocator nullifier. Terrain smasher. Autonomous activator. I think it's one of these because I think it takes power, but I think it really doesn't. Like, it has one simple, like, really ridiculous function. Okay, maybe not. There's the auto crafters, but I'm positive there was a compactor in one of these mod packs. Was it Buildcraft? I really don't think it was Buildcraft. Condenser? No. See, the one from Galacticraft, I'm assuming is a different kind of compressor, like a gas compressor, not what I want as an item compressor. Although I could be wrong, considering it needs an anvil. Yeah, that looks like a big, huge process I don't want to get into right now. Plus, I'm willing to bet it probably takes the assembly table to get one of those parts. I don't know. I know I seen it. Like, I know I seen it. RF tools, maybe. Yeah, but if it's in here, it's probably going to require... It's probably going to require the doohickey, the compactor, the thing. There's a crafter. Storage scanner. There's a storage thing in this, isn't there? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I might as well not get my hopes up for anything on that until I figure out how to get this assembler working. Alright, now it seems like we didn't do a whole lot this episode. I definitely didn't really come even close to getting a thing up and running. A dimension up and running. I wasn't even close to that. We could try to think of some sort of food that we could do, like, permanently with the different foods I got, but I don't know anything off the top of my head. Look. Evil Craft Book. I got an infuser with blood. Yeah, I don't have the blood infuser right now. What to do? Man, did I mess up. Alright, let's, what does it take to do the cobblestone? You know what, no, definitely not. I never messed with that mod pack, and I ain't going down that road again. Not today. My brain already hurts. Simple magnet, was this? Yeah, just keep on moving. Keep it moving. Not doing that. Chisel's about my speed. I can pretty much master all the mechanics in Chisel. This is A3 stuff, which I am kind of interested in going to, but I had it in my mod pack and I had a couple issues, and it's kind of just like a whole other version of the game. Like, it's kind of like you're going from one game to another game. It's basically the same game, but different. I know, I'm so descriptive when I talk about things. I am thinking about checking out these different auto crafters. I just don't know what I'm going to use them for yet. The reason I was getting into Thaumcraft is I wanted to get to the Golem automation to try to make a tree farm, because I didn't want to do a Botania tree farm. I think they're over the top and slightly complicated. Like, I was going to look into the block breakers and maybe try to do a tree farm using those. And if that didn't work, I was going to use the block breaker to make a cobblestone generator, just because, well, obvious reasons, the amount of stuff I go through. If I need to specifically go and get cobblestone in a mod pack, it's probably a good idea to make a generator. Speaking of which, there was a block breaker in here. Let's actually try it. I want to see what it is. So let's do diamond. Excuse me, pickaxe. There's a lot of different pickaxes here. Engraving bench. That's probably not what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. So I need cobblestone, iron, redstone, and a diamond pickaxe. We're gonna make that. That's something to do that I was looking into and didn't actually finish accomplishing. That's not iron. Iron, redstone. I should get on to making the drawer controller too. I mean, I should have enough resources now that it shouldn't hurt me too bad. But I don't. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal now that especially because I'm combining like Java crates or Java crates and drawers. Like, it's not going to make that much of a difference, I guess. Alright, now we got a block breaker, and I was pretty interested in this. It doesn't have a search thing, or a GUI. So it doesn't look like I can actually, like, tell it. I can't give it tools, and I can't tell it, I want you to break. It doesn't have a whitelist or a blacklist or an area bounds. So it's going to be a lava or a cobblestone generator. Does it require power to work? Or can I do it with a redstone signal? Let's find out. Next time on... Just kidding. I didn't do anything this episode, so I gotta keep playing. Something's gotta happen, right? It's not a technical episode if I don't actually do something. And I'm going out of my way to get the button I have, when I should just make the lever and get it over with, because I'm gonna use the lever for something eventually. So, like, what's the point of going out of my way to do that in the first place? Okay, so alright. So, now my thought process is, how am I going to set this up to break cobblestone and have it transport it into there? And does the obsidian vacuum tube require power? You know what? Let's make a floating hopper flower, because it does a certain area all on its own, and then it does a certain area with mana. So I think I do. I don't remember what it's called. So if I make the floating hopper flower, let's see what it takes to do this. We'll get back into Botania. So floating hopper hawk. So I need a floating flower, which is dirt, a pasture seed, which I think is sand or grass and a manifold, excuse me, which is easy enough. So I need a piece of dirt and a piece of grass, which I have grass in here. Double tall. I wonder if it matters. Guess what? We're gonna find out. I'm just gonna go ahead and make them all because, well, I can't really think of any reason that I need double tall grass. And we're running, and we're running, and we're running, and we're sleeping. Story of my life. Alright, so let's see if we can do this. I want to go to this guy here. And let's see if it makes a difference. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it make a difference? Let's go. Let's run back the highway. And do I have toll? I do. I already have a set, but this saves me from having to go back. And it still gives you seeds, even though you're shearing them. I didn't know it did that. Does it do that, or is that just like this mod pack? Is that a vanilla mechanic? I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. But an interesting thing I wanted to test out anyway is that if I make these into seeds, and I guess it didn't use enough mana, but I am kind of curious if this thing will, if it levels out all of them, because if that's the case, if I throw a mana pool here, this will drain from here to here into a mana pool and then spread out amongst all four. And that'll give me one more tank, like a backup battery, so to speak. So I need an actual flower too, and I automatically turn all mine into petals. So luckily we have a couple orange ones chilling out over here I seen a while back, which I was kind of thinking about setting up an automated flower creator thing, but I don't know how many of those I'm actually going to need. So like I don't really see a point in it. Like, how many flowers am I going to really need if I could just, hurry up and get one in a pinch? What's the... What am I doing wrong here? Oh, of course. It has to be over one. Oh, that's still wrong. Tell me it has to be a grass block, and I swear to God. What did I do wrong? What is this? That's a pasture seed. That is a Botania flower, right? Yeah, it is. Oh, I gotta get glowstone. Okay. So if you're making these floating flowers, you have to add glowstone, 2 pieces of glowstone to the flower to make it glimmering. And I wish they did, like, they added something to it so you could see that it's different, because if you look at it at a glance, or even if you look at it with a trained eye, you don't really, like, there's not a lot of visible differences in the flowers, so it's a little confusing. But now if we do this, and we do this, now I got a glimmering orange flower, which only thing that changed was it has little yellow tips now. So, like, it's not a big difference. I'm not talking bad about Botania, trust me, because I think Botania is actually a really good mod pack, but I mean that would be a very good change. So this needs red. Oh no, I need a rune of air. What does that take? That's not horrible. Okay, so let's try to get our chickens in a row here. So I need a redstone root, which is just grass and redstone, which I'm assuming it's not going to let me use this, because that would be too convenient. That is a correct assumption. So redstone root, nice and easy. Bam, bam, a couple of those. We can throw that in here, that in there. That can go in there for now. And that's great. So let's go back to here. And it wants me to make the Rune of Air. And that's going to be something I wasn't expecting to do this episode. But I need a mana powder, a mana steel, a white carpet, a feather, and a string. Easy enough. Mana powder, mana steel, my wand, living rock, carpet, string, and a feather. Now I'm going to assume, because it would just be too simple, that it has to be white carpet. Like, I'm going to make that assumption, and I'm going to bet that I'm probably right. I probably sound really conceited sometimes, but I mean, usually when you look at things in the world, you can usually tell, like, if you have any level of common sense, you can usually tell when something's going to happen by, it's like pattern recognition. You're like, well, things have gone super crappy so far, so it'd be really surprising that it would just all of a sudden stop being crappy. And that's kind of my theory. I thought I forgot to grab string. I was going to be really mad. So this will do its thing. It's good. You guys get to see this is how you make runes. Various runes take various things. One really annoying one takes cake. And you get to see this. You just throw the living rock on top, but you can right click or throw it, doesn't make a difference, and then you smack it with a wand, and you get your wand rune of air. And that's how you do the whole runes thing. So, word to the wise. So when I do like a million of them off camera, you guys already know how to do it. So I need 2 regular gray petals, 2 light gray petals, my root, a seed, a root. I should make like 4 of these at the same time, but I'm just not going to do that. Let's see. And of course, a bucket for water, because I highly doubt I remembered to fill it up before all that from my last excursion. I wonder if I can use those funky seeds. Like all the various different types of funky seeds I have. Yeah, we're not gonna waste our time on that. And we can put that up here. We got the rune, the petals, the flower. That's it, right? Not the root. So bam, bam. That should give me 1 hopper hawk. Now let's put away a bunch of the Botania stuff. Actually, I need this guy. So we'll put away all the other Botania stuff. We're gonna keep the wand because I might have to bind it to the chest. I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna have to play that by take that as it goes, or some other weird thing to say that would make sense. Maybe. No, but I forgot to do this. I can do this here though, right? So that makes me a floating hopper hawk. Now what this guy's gonna do is he should pick up everything in like a 5x5 area. So if I go and I make a little cobblestone generator back here, that digs sand really fast. Like, I should be digging the sand with my other shovel, so it turns it right into glass, but So I'm thinking, like, might as well do it like right here. Like this could be, so then it could just be hopper hawked right into this chest, hopefully, is the idea. Can I not place that there? Is that a no-no? There we go. I like that. Now where did that just pick stuff up? Probably not. It wouldn't. Well, let's do one more thing. Make sure it's gonna do things properly. So, do I have an item frame? Yeah, I kind of figured I didn't. So what does that take? That's one piece of leather surrounded by sticks. I hope. I hope it's not one stick surrounded by pieces of leather, because that would kind of suck. And let's do this, and then see if we can fail at a cobble generator, which is a very good possibility, because I have failed at cobble generators in the past. So let's see if we can. But the good thing is we can't really break anything. I shouldn't say stuff like that. We probably can't really break anything. I got all these from a quest. I don't know what to do with them. I could build a cobblestone generator out of the orange ones. I think I'm going to use this glass. And what other weird blocks do I have that I don't want anymore? Some leftover concrete. That's a big old no. I'm going to save that. Something that I have a good bit of. I think these cobblestone walls might be cool. Yeah, we'll do something with that. And let's grab one more item. We'll grab these chiseled stone blocks. I'm doing that so I can use up some of the backstock of weird blocks I have, because I just kind of like throw them in there, and then I'm like, that chest gets full, and I'm like, well, where'd all these come from? I'm like, oh, that's right. I just spent, 40 collective hours playing Minecraft, and I, wonder where all that junk comes from. Now let's go ahead and do one. Oh, that's bad. Bad me. Why would I do something like that? Okay, so we're not going to do it right here. That's a not good idea. I guess we could do the thing I was trying to avoid. That takes a matter of 2 seconds, but really didn't want to do it. We're going to move the jack-o'-lantern. And we're going to move him right back, like, here. And I'm assuming, like, the light from the lava will be sufficient. Okay. So let's do that. And let's see here. What do we have? Yeah. Bucket of lava. A bucket of water. That's kind of funky. Alright, bucket of lava, bucket of water. Alright. So I want to make this base. Do I want to go down one more? Next, I want to make sure the Hopper Hawk's going to be able to pick it up. So let's just do... Don't want to mess up, because once I mess up, then it's going to be hard to get my glass back. Oh, speaking of which, let's take care of this too. So, if I put a frame on this, and I throw a piece of cobblestone, it tells this flower, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you all. It should tell this flower to pick up only the items in frame. So you can see only items in frame. Now, it says it isn't connected to a manifold, but I don't think it has to be. Like, I think it just picks up slower. So, I mean, yeah, that kind of... Slower isn't always a good thing, but hey, it's still gonna work. So let's see, let's do like 1, 2, 3, and we'll cap this off here like this, and like this. And we got 1, 2, 1, 2, and we'll throw our block breaker. See if maybe I put that there, put the block breaker there, and we'll drop this here. And this guy needs a lever, like so. Alright, so I did mess up. I need this to go down into one space. But these are all junk blocks, so I don't care. Let's grab some more junk blocks. See what else I can throw down there to make something happen. What do we have? Let's go. That's not my blocks chest. Let's go here. I guess we just cover the whole thing in granite. That's a pretty junky block. Let's do granite. So much for doing a cool build. I'm going to cover all the glass in granite. So I want this to be here. This is where it's gonna... No, see, I was still wrong. I want this to be here, because then the water's gonna come down one block, the lava's gonna come down one block, they're gonna meet in the middle, cobblestone, break, good to go. And then, bam, bam. Okay. And then this guy should be... like so. Let's do a little test thing here. I don't have any cobblestone. Let's do a little test thing real quick before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's grab this cobblestone here. And now if I go over here, and I go up here, and I go like this, and I just... Is it not close enough, or does it need mana? Because I have no way to transport mana over here. I almost feel like it's trying. I bet it needs mana. I was under the impression that it just collected like a small area if you didn't have mana, and then if you did have mana, it collected a much larger area. That is alright though. That is fine. I can figure out a way to get mana over here. Probably later. I could still do the obsidian tube thing. If you go into here, obsidian transport pipe. According to how much power it gets, it's how much of an area it can pick up. So like if I put it like right here and I put up like 3 high, and I'll probably put it equivalent to this, but facing down one, I can have it pick up everything that's in this area. But it requires power, I think. And that could be just as bad as floating hopper hawk. Let's give it a shot, because I already have one, so I might as well. So we're gonna make something work this episode, I swear. Like, it has to. Like, something has to work this episode. So we're gonna take one of these little pipes here, and we're gonna take a bunch of these cobblestone pipes. Yeah, I guess it's an okay idea. Yeah, we'll see how fast it runs, and if we have to upgrade it, we can upgrade it. So I need to make Let's just go to Buildcraft, because it's going to be easier than trying to remember the name. I need... It's like a generator. It's like a piston-y looking thing. Kind of like the thermal dynamos. Well. Am I overlooking it? This is a pain. I can remember what it was called. It'd be a lot freaking easier. What if I did like... You've got to be kidding me. Why are there so many? I'm telling you, JEI needs to put, like, a tab for facades. There they are. The engines. But they need to put a tab for facades. That's just what they have to do. So we're going to do this simple redstone engine. Doesn't cost anything. Maybe we'll make 2 of them. I don't know. It needs 3 planks, a piece of glass, and a piston. So if I make 2 pistons, I can make 2 of them. Real nice and simple. So let's go ahead and grab these. And let's grab... Might as well do all the sticks I got. You know what? I'll just grab a stack of that too. I don't have a whole lot of sticks left, do I? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I gotta do this. So we go into here. We need 4 of these. And I'm gonna need to do something about my inventory. Let's get rid of that and that. That can go. That can go for now. I'll probably end up trashing all that stuff. Actually, I'm just gonna throw a lot of this stuff that's trash related right into the backpack there. And that should be... I should do that. Okay, so let's, Wow, it's 1 hour and 28 minutes, and I'm pretty sure I got absolutely nothing done this episode. That's horrible. That is straight up horrible. That's 2 episodes in a row that I feel are pretty much failures, but it is what it is. That's just, that's the way the cookie crumbles, right? Right? So, pistons need gears, which of course I don't have any, and rods. It's 2, right? It's only 2 pistons. Gotta check this recipe like 10 times. Where'd it go? Okay. It vanished. There it is. Alright. So yeah, 2 pistons, 6 planks, 2 pieces of glass. So let's I wonder if I can... Nah, that's not gonna work. There's no point in me wasting time trying to think that's gonna work. I was gonna take the iron gears I have and just throw them in there and see if it'll re-crush them into the other gears, but I know that won't work. If it did, I'd be very surprised. So it's 4 each, right? Okay. Then we make the pistons, make the engines. get some levers, and we are good to go. So, gonna get a second lever. I hope this actually requires all this, because if it doesn't require all this, and I decide I'm gonna make all this anyway, that's gonna be a really kind of depressing. And we get rid of those, and throw this down, throw that down, grab another one, and now we should be able to make 2 of these guys, which will be bam, bam. I already forget. Yay! Alright, let's see if we can get this working right. That might actually have been a quest. We might have actually got a quest. An hour and a half in, we should pretty much be pros at this, and we just now got our first quest. So let's get rid of that, because Mr. Hopperhawk is going to disappoint me. So we're going to do this, 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 and that, and I'm assuming that should pick up the whatever is, put there. So we do this guy. Actually, I'm probably gonna have to do front and back, because if I put a lever there, it's gonna block the water flow. So we do this, and this is just going to increase the area, which I don't think I probably don't need to. Like, I don't need 2 of them, but it's I made 2, might as well use 2, right? Get these guys up and running. Now, it should vacuum up items in like a pyramid shape over so many blocks and stuff. That doesn't look like it's working. And that should definitely be... Is that not enough? $2,560 RF. Oh boy. I mean, I could put 4 on there and it's not going to be enough. Okay. Okay, well, it looks like I'm a big old failure. Like, nothing too strange about that. That doesn't overly surprise me. But it is kind of disappointing, because that's like 3 different methods I thought of, and none of them wanted to work. So I don't really know what to do. That looks like a... Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. Because you know what? Let's try to break this without it falling in the lava. Hopefully. Okay, looks like we got them all. And we'll have one last ditch effort of figuring out how to get this to work. Because that is way too fast for the obsidian pipe unless I gave it, like, some super power source. And then even then, it still might be too fast. So I like the whole Hopper Hawk idea, but to do that, I need to make a mana tablet to get mana over here, because I'm not running, like... I don't know how far Spark goes, but I'm willing to bet that Sparks are going to be very difficult to craft. You ready for this? Assembly table. Oh, no, it doesn't. It takes one of these. Alright. So, logic circuit and silicon press. Which ones do I have? If I can make a mana tablet, we might be able to save this episode yet. So let's see here. Which ones do I got? I got 3 of the 4. Engineering press, is that the silicone one? I got the logic one. Calculation press, which... Inscriber silicone. It's the one I don't have. That's awesome. Okay. Yep. Guaranteed, 100%. Some force of nature is working against me today. That is guaranteed, without a doubt. Some force of nature is working against me. There is only 4 presses, and I have 3 of them. And the one I needed isn't there. Every source of power won't hook up to the assembly table. The obsidian pipe needs way more power than the given generators from the mod pack will supply. Yep, there is just a force working against me. I am sorry, guys, but I'm going to end the episode here. It's hour 36. Didn't get a lot done. I did manage to talk about a good deal of some of the things I did accomplish. But I mean, to be honest, I played for probably a full day between episodes. Not a full, probably 6 hours. And, I mean, I got Seeds to level 10, and I got Thaumcraft started, and I got a pretty good foothold in Britannia. But, I mean, I didn't do great. I don't feel like the last 2 episodes and last 2 segments of me playing was actually too great. So hopefully I'm better prepared for next round, because this is, to be completely honest, it's a tad bit embarrassing. Like, I'm no Minecraft professional, and I don't get paid for this, or have pride in my Minecraft stuff. But I'm not so bad that this should be happening. That's 100% sure. That I am guaranteed. But I'm trying to get a mass of chickens, and then I'm going to make the Soren flour, which hopefully you guys might be able to be part of that. And I'm going to use this here, the overgrowth seed on that flour too, because I think that would be a good one to use it on. I don't really know if it will be or not, but I never used the overgrowth seed for anything like that. But apparently it increases the output. And I'm kind of hoping that once I have a, 30 or 40 chickens lined up, I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't just completely decimate them all. Because I'm not sure exactly how that works. That's some spoof flour. I don't really know when they added that, but that's not it's a spoof. It's not like Soren is it has his character head too, so it has to have something to do with Soren from the only way I know him is because he played Glacial Awakening with Direwolf, so I don't really know who Soren is. I think they're actually real life brothers, but don't quote me. I don't fanboy too hard about stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure that that's what the flower's referencing. I think he has a pretty deep hatred for Minecraft chickens, and I think that's the joke. So, yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you next time.